Hey there viewers, welcome back to our channel Remedy 24. Today we gonna learn about top 10 foods that cause bloating you should know. Bloating is caused by a buildup of gas or air in the digestive tract. This results in an unpleasant, bloated, and tight feeling. You may also notice a bloated and firm abdomen, as well as some pain. Bloating also generates a lot of flatulence, belching, or burping, which can be accompanied by rumbling sounds. Bloating can be caused by swallowing too much air, which can be caused by eating too quickly, smoking, or chewing gum. Bloating can also be caused by medical diseases such as celiac disease and pancreatic insufficiency. Bloating, on the other hand, is usually caused by certain foods. This is more likely if you eat too many of these things. If you know which meals are likely to cause bloating, you may avoid them or limit the amount you consume. The 10 foods that cause bloating are listed below. Number 1. Sugar-free sweeteners. You can use sugar-free sweeteners in your coffee or tea if you're trying to lose weight or keep it off. These sweeteners may also be preferred in other beverages and foods. However, sugar-free sweeteners have drawbacks. Because many of them contain sugar alcohols including sorbitol, lactitol, erythritol, and xylitol, they might produce bloating and gas in the stomach. Because sugar alcohols are not absorbed in the small intestine, this occurs. When they get into the big intestines, however, they can disrupt the regular gut bacteria, causing bloating. Number 2. Beans. Beans are high protein, high carbohydrate, high vitamin, high mineral, and high fiber food. Beans, on the other hand, are well known for causing bloating. The high fiber content is one reason for this. Because the human body is not built to digest fiber, consuming too much of it causes it to pass past the stomach, small intestines, and large intestines. Bacteria feed on the fiber once they arrive, breaking it down into numerous components, including a lot of gas. This results in bloating and stomach rumbling. By soaking beans for several hours or overnight before cooking, you can reduce bloating produced by beans. Mung, adzuki, and quinoa are some of the easier to digest beans. Number 3. Alcohol. The lining of the digestive tract becomes inflamed when you drink alcohol. This can cause pain and bloat in and of itself. However, alcohol includes additional chemicals that might cause bloating. Yeast, wheat, and barley are examples. By feasting on beneficial bacteria, yeast can produce an imbalance in the stomach. This can wreak havoc on your gut and cause bloating. Food ingredients like wheat and barley, on the other hand, may be fermented. This means they may begin to ferment in the digestive system, resulting in the creation of excess gas and bloating. Beer is particularly guilty in this regard. As a result, if you must consume alcohol, wine or spirits are preferable options. Number 4. Carbonated drinks. Carbonated beverages are bubbly due to the presence of carbon dioxide gas. You put a lot of gas in your digestive tract when you drink these fizzy drinks. You should be aware that the more carbonated drinks you consume, the more gas you will experience in your stomach. Burping, belching, and bloating can occur as a result of a large amount of gas. This can be exacerbated worse if you drink soda with items that induce bloating, such as wheat-based snacks. Carbonated beverages, in addition to causing bloating, raise your risk of obesity and diabetes. If you're craving a fizzy beverage, consider water, tea, or fresh fruit juice instead. They are more helpful and healthier. Number 5. Wheat. Wheat is used to making a variety of popular dishes and is a favorite of many people in the United States and throughout the world. However, due to the gluten in it, it is also one of the meals that cause bloating. Gluten is a protein complex that gives wheat its sticky texture. However, gluten sensitivity affects a substantial portion of the population. As a result, consuming gluten-containing foods like wheat and wheat products produces bodily responses such as gas, bloating, and stomach pain. Gluten may also be found in grains like barley and rye. You can still enjoy baked products produced from gluten-free alternatives like buckwheat, quinoa, and oats if you are gluten intolerant. Number 6. Dairy. Calcium, protein, and vitamin D are all found in dairy foods including milk, cheese, and yogurt. Yogurt produced with bacteria cultures is a rich source of probiotics, which are helpful intestinal microbes. Dairy and dairy products, on the other hand, might cause bloating and other digestive problems in some people. Lactose intolerance is a condition that affects persons who are lactose intolerant. This means that their digestive systems are unable to break down lactose, a sugar found in dairy products. Lactose-free milk, almond milk, and flax milk are all good options if you're lactose intolerant. If your lactose sensitivity isn't too severe, you might potentially consume modest amounts of dairy and dairy products. Number 7. Cruciferous vegetables. The cruciferous family includes broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts, among others. These are nutritious veggies that are high in vitamin C and vitamin K, as well as minerals like potassium and fiber. However, eating a lot of these vegetables at once might induce bloating, especially if they're raw. Cruciferous veggies' high fiber content aids digestion and general health. However, because the human digestive system is incapable of digesting fiber, it must travel via the stomach and small intestines. Bacteria in the big intestine feed on them when they reach there. This is a procedure that causes a lot of gas to be produced, which can cause bloating. Number 8. Onions and garlic. Garlic and onions offer several health advantages. Manganese, selenium, sulfur, potassium, folic acid, and other vitamins are found in them. They have antibacterial effects as well. Onions and garlic, on the other hand, contain fructans. Soluble fibers can also be present in wheat and other foods. The human digestive system does not digest fructans or other fibers. As a result of the action of gut bacteria, they begin to ferment as they move through the gastrointestinal tract. Gas is produced during the fermentation process. This implies that consuming a lot of garlic or onions might make you bloated and create other digestive problems. If you become bloated after eating onions and garlic, consider leeks, fennel, celery, basil, and chives as substitutes. Number 9. Protein bars and other processed foods. Ingredients that induce bloating can be found in processed meals like protein bars, pizza, and canned soups. Soy protein isolate is commonly found in protein bars. Because of its high fiber content, soy, like other legumes, is known to cause bloating. This holds true for its protein isolate as well. Because of the high fiber level, your digestive system ends up with a lot of indigestible stuff. This fiber begins to ferment, resulting in a large amount of gas being produced. Bloating is caused mostly by this. Other bloating-causing components in processed foods include salt, fructose, lactose, and fat. Number 10. Apples and pears. Vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants abound in apples and pears. As a result of this combination, they are excellent health-promoting fruits. However, these fruits contain additional characteristics that might induce bloating and other digestive issues. Apples contain fructose, a fruit sugar that is difficult to digest in many people's systems, causing indigestion and bloating. Pears, on the other hand, contain sorbitol, a sugar alcohol that can induce bloating by causing fermentation in the gut. People who are bloated or have other digestive problems after eating apples or pears can try strawberries, blackberries, grapefruit, oranges, grapes, and cantaloupe.